So for the next wine, this is a big, powerful wine that's really dear to my heart. I visited this property earlier in the year. This is Tapiz, Black Tears, 100% Malbec from Mendoza. And an area that you were also just recently there.
We kind of skipped each other, unfortunately,
Yes.
in Argentina when we were both there last year and last fall.
I don't think we're allowed to travel together because the party would be, the educational aspect and the enjoyment would be definitely to the max.
You got it right when you said party the first time. If we're together overseas, there's a party going on. Look at the color on this, oh my goodness.
It is
right off the bat.
rich. I mean, the name Black Tears definitely
just
does.
look at the staining on the
justice
tears
to
there.
this.
I don't know if the camera's going to be able to get that or not, but wow.
No, but you will see it in your glass when you pour it. This is impactful. Jean Baroquet, who is famously the winemaker for Petrus. After years of courting him, Patricia Ortiz, who owns Tapiz, got him to befriended him and then got him to come to Argentina and start consulting on this project. I mean, talk about endorsement. Obviously, somebody that's been doing this for a while. And also the whole team at Tapiz that stay on the day-to-day, they spend time at Petrus as well, so it goes back and forth.
I can see that
power.
I can see that kind of influence on here, right? You get into the wine immediately has this rich, polished, kind of deep, kind of voluminous dark fruit, right? And I think of most Malbec, especially, Argentinian Malbec, having that bright kind of high-tone mountain fruit that goes like this. This wine fleshes out. It's darker, it's deeper, it's not quite as primary in its purple fruit, right?
Yes.
It's got tons of black fruit here. There's some purple fruit, of course. You're not going to be able to get rid of that. That's part of where it comes
The
from.
identity of the Malbec,
But
right?
there's red fruit, but there's this, I can smell just the way that, when I can smell a wine, I can look at a wine, I can visualize the shape that it's going to take place in my palate. My guess, I haven't tasted it yet, is that there's going to be this kind of rounded, voluminous kind of property to it.
It certainly unveils.
And when you taste a lot of ordinary Malbec, which is bright, high-tone, purple fruit, sometimes really kind of like sharp, almost tanky, like it needs a little bit more air, needs more barrel time, it gets really kind of bright and kind of like flashy. But this one has a sophistication, like this depth, this darkness, this...
18 months
in
in French oak, certainly.
Okay. That might be
part of it.
Yeah.
And also, after you taste it, tell us about your experience in the San Pablo area and why it's so important and dominant in the higher end Malbec production.
Oh, I can see this. This definitely has a French elegance and touch to it. And that volume is there, right? Mm-hmm. That volume, that silkiness, that plushness. I mean, it's a really great Malbec.
I don't often see you stole back to take in all the wine. It's like, whoa. Yeah,
I'm tasting this for the first time right now on camera. I can see, everything makes sense. I can connect all the dots once you begin to tell me that story, Eduardo.
Mm-hmm.
So we're both there in the Uco Valley. I would say that this was probably the one of the best regions, probably the most kind of revered area within there, right up against the Andes. I felt like this kind of area, and I was there, and there's like 60-mile-an-hour zonda winds. I have some videos of that. I think I showed.
Oh, so you got to experience. When I was there, I didn't get to see them at full effect.
I got them full effect. Yeah. We're over in the Adriano, the Whitestones vineyard for La Catena. Yes. And I don't know if you saw that video where I tried to throw a frisbee right into the wind. And it went like about 40
I don't think we
feet.
call it frisbee though.
Yeah, and it did. Yeah. And so yes, this is a very, very special area right here. Those winds kind of mitigate, I think, some of the heat that can take place and the
really clean,
sun radiation. Keep kind of the pests away, and it also really slows down the physiological ripeness that takes place here, because they get long daylight hours here with a lot of radiation, because there's sun radiation, because they're high elevation. But when you have these winds that kind of come in off the Andes and cool things down, you begin to slow down the ripeness. Uco Valley is definitely, I think, that is kind of ground zero for a great Malbec within Argentina. This is one of the best ones I've come across in a while. It is instantly my newest kind of like favorite Malbec that I've undiscovered this year.
Wow,
and
that's a big endorsement.
Definitely deserves to be in the company of a Joël Robuchon Wine Excess.
It is already on their list, and they champion it. They really enjoy it. They actually love to pair it with this braised short rib dish with, listen to this, foie gras, a little Savoy cabbage, red wine sauce. I mean, talk about, bam! Yeah. Matching power with power. It's like two Muhammad Alis on the court. Just going to town in the ring.
But this has so much more finesse.
Yes.
So much more, Yeah, it's a great wine. Excellent Malbec. I am going to begin following this winery immediately. And thank you for bringing this to the club, because this is the first time. I know you have an exceptional palate and you know great wine, and so I love it when you
it just makes my day that you're that excited.
You just introduce me to new things, and life
hopefully
is good.
you are all as excited once you taste it. And hey, we'll have a little more to replenish. Chin chin.
Cheers.